Can I do something first? I'm actually gonna pull up. I just got an email. It was the S. A for effort. F for follow through. So I'm gonna pull up. Nintendo sent out a little email. I'm gonna hide it from the bottom. All right. Did not mean to hit enter. Oof. PC monitor. Nintendo sent out this little email that is my 2021 Switch year in review. And I'm really curious what this is gonna look like. Because I have not looked at this yet. I know what it's supposed to have, like the kinds of stuff that's on here. And I'm guessing we're gonna have a huge amount of like at least 100 hours minimum. I'm guessing more like 200 to 400 of the Super Mario 3D All-Stars, but I actually don't know what this is gonna look like. My most played game, only 149? Holy crap. Hey look, even DDLC Plus comes in. Last year it was these. Wow, I did not play much on my Switch. You played 167 hours. Last year you played 7. Wait, that's okay. I did not only play 2 hours of Smash Bros. Brawl. I literally, when the game released, unlocked every single character. Wait, how long does... Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out in 2018? Oh! Oh! Not like this! Oh! Dude, I've literally played more Doki Doki Literature Club Plus than I played of anything last year. Jovine witnessed the Big Bang. The funny thing is the rest of these are probably completely pointless. My guess is it's very, very little of literally anything else. I honestly usually don't play the Switch all that much. It's just the new stuff has been great. Oh boy. You played 6 games. Last year you played 3? Oh, Megalo. Oops. Total of 167 hours. Is this talking to me? Wait, is it gonna tell me more old school stuff? Let's slice it up by months. Huh, I wonder what was possibly happening in these different months. Any surprises there? No. I wonder what I was possibly up to May. Monday, May 3rd, where you clock 6 hours of play. You put 6 hours in on Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Wait. Shouldn't I have had way more time on the day I did the speedrun of Sunshine? Because Sunshine was what, 5.5 hours? Plus I did the warm-up beforehand? Weird. Spoilers. I don't play undocked ever. My Switch is not a Switch, it is a TV console. Oh yeah, look at all these points I earned. Hope you had a blast. Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus easily. I'd rather not. Oof. But yeah, there you go. Now you guys know. I played almost even docked and undocked. What did you play undocked? That's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that. I know I'm super weird because I just literally never undock my Switch. My Switch might as well just be a physical console. Like, there's no point in it having a dock. Stonks. Hurry up, I want to see the Natsuki story. You gotta show me a little respect. R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me. Played on the plane, sometimes in bed, especially for visual novels. You know, that's fair enough. Most of my docs come from when I was traveling. For me, the biggest thing is I play almost all my visual novels exclusively on my computer. Like most of the stuff that I do are exclusively computer. Like that's why. Or my phone, I guess. I play on the plane, sometimes in bed, especially. I actually literally slept the majority of my plane rides, so that's why I never do anything on the plane with the Switch. All right, let's get it started. Mobile VNs are the best VNs. True, probably. It's been several weeks officially. No, well, I guess DDLC technically is now a mobile VN, so shrug. It's been several weeks since the club officially started. Though their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monika, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Imagine not respecting Natsuki. She's the cutest, the best writer, and overall just objectively better than the rest of the other 3. Oh, you. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the club room door opening. And a girl walks in, and walks a girl none of them have seen before. Hi? Sayori tugs excitedly at Monika's sleeve. Yuri shifts in her seat and buries her eyes in her book. Are you here for the literature club? Yeah. That's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's a small club, so it's really exciting to see new faces. Yeah. Come and sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk. Sayori prances over to her desk and presses her palms into it. Oh, and Yuri can make you some tea. Yuri looks up at Sayori in protest for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayori. Monika follows by sitting nearby. The sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay then, how about we all introduce ourselves? Okay. Well, I'm Monika. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing, reading, or whatever kind of literature. You know, I figured it was your club. You have that vibe. I have what vibe? Oh, you know, like... never mind. I'm not gonna judge, I just meant like that. Very adult-like of you. I always judge people so hard. Oh, no you don't, Sayori. Yes, she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. I'm Sayori. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry. Oh, yeah. Very adult-like of you. I'm an adult. The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the room. Oh, that's Yuri. Sayori lowers her voice. She's kind of shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. And my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. Ooh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough, or maybe chocolate. It's cookie dough. And Monika's is probably vanilla. What the heck? I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate. Yo! What's Yuri's favorite? 200 IQ. Natsuki shrugs. Probably green tea. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri. Still. It's pretty chill in here. Do you like hang out or do you actually do club stuff? Well, we actually do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured yet since we only have like 3 members. So we kind of loosely spend our times doing stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start with something like more structured club activities. It's been a while now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into? Well, I guess I'm into literature. Well, I like manga. Manga? Hey, why'd you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club. Wait, hold on a second. That sounds like so great. Like after all we've been doing, all this, Yuri returns to the desk with a tray of teacups, which she sets down on an empty desk. After all of the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that, you just don't understand the nuance. I didn't mean simple like that. Well, anyway. Putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature you're interested in? Well, not really. In that case, have you considered the anime club? Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. True and factual. Our anime club was mostly girls, I think. That's actually insane. How? Some schools, man. Well, it also depends on the anime. Like, to be fair, I feel like a lot of guys don't really enjoy discussing anime. But, especially because it feels like there's a lot less nuance to shonen, which tends to be the primary thing for guys. Actually, so is middle school. That's crazy. So like that would be my gut reaction. It's just, again, it's kind of, think about it. If you're thinking about all the different kinds of animes, which ones have the most, like, well, to be honest, which ones have the fan bases that discuss it the most? Did I slip into a parallel universe at night? Dude, who talks about shonen? Why talk about shonen when there's so many more slice of life things that are just way more interesting and way more emotional and actually have depth that you can discuss? Was I BL? Yeah, you're actually 3 parallel universes left and 1 parallel universe up. Come on, is it that big of a deal? Manga is literature, right? I mean, I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically. I get it, look. Oh no, I mean QPU misaligned. Yep. I'll do whatever the club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can just like keep my manga here and hang out after school, I'll do literally whatever you want me to. That's fine, right? Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my god, thank you. You're the best. I have like most of it crammed in my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay? Natsuki stands up. Need some help? Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker. If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine. I hope we never find out then. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence, save for the second sound of Yuri sipping her tea. See the crazy fight last night? Yes, it was crazy, right. Now we've discussed a shonen. Easy clap. I'm such a pushover. Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun. Maybe, but I mean, she has like no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation. Her tea is going to get cold. Yeah. Wait, that's not related. Man, we're gonna discuss tea sets later, before the break. Well, I think everyone deserves a chance. Especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature. Are you sure you don't want to just read her manga, Sayori? Hey, who do you think I am? Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have any opinion, Yuri? Not particularly. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so... Does that mean I bother you? No. You're a pleasure to be around. I was just fishing for a compliment. Oh, I love this group. Can I get like a full-on... How do I get them to actually make a slice of life anime with these characters? I would watch Doki Doki Literature Club, the anime. I don't know what they would get into. I don't know what the ridiculousness would be. I would watch it. I'm just gonna be honest here. I love these characters. Especially now that I'm getting to see more of them in the more depth. Although I still don't know that much about, like, true Natsuki yet. I know. But still, I really think we should give her a chance. Yeah, all right. But I am really going to start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly, the 3 of them hear a thump against the door. What was that? Sayori stands up and walks over to the door, then opens it. Thank you. The problem is, I don't know how they were going to pick the voices. There is so much... This is the problem with having a VN that goes this long. or has this much of a like following, there is no universe where you can pick every single voice for these characters and have every single person happy. Like, I guarantee you. But I would love to see them attempt it. Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack on the floor as gently as she can. That's quite a collection. Sayori giggles in excitement. While catching her breath, Natsuki replies, "There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them." Monika anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. Seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. Ba-bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. At the next club, Monika is the first to arrive. This is Natsuki's club now? Suck it up, Monika. Hey. But ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Why am I so nervous? Make way for the best girl. Sayori is already in the club, though. Monika paces, trying to figure out her feelings. That was so crazy. Wow. Squeak. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monika thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Monika forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Need help? No, I got it. Monika awkwardly tries to start some conversation, but fails. Curiously, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. Once dull with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with colors and cute-looking artwork. You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there? Monika, she's short! How dare you! I can't reach up there. That'd be so inconvenient. Yeah, but... Monika sighs. The teachers are going to ask what all this manga is doing here, and I have to tell them it's for literature club. So? Monika dab. Monika backs off and slumps into her desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past weeks is being sucked right out of the room. Dude, finger, please. Good afternoon. Manga is literature too, lay we read. Sayori spins into the club room. Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this. Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. I found some money and got a cookie. This is where they're gonna discover she cooks or bakes. Baked, cook, whatever. Wait. Do you bake a cookie? What? Why wouldn't it be called a bakey? You usually bake more than one? Yeah, but like, if you're baking them, why are they called cookies and not bakies? Is there a bakey thing that you cook? I'm actually insulted by the fact that they're called cookies. Moving on. Ooh, that's so pretty. As Sayori trots over to the closet, the colorful shelves catch her eyes. Which one do I start with? Well, you can start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way! I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry to my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant. Cookie etymology, early 18th century, from Dutch little cake, diminutive cake. It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. That still bothers me a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I really feel like it should be called a bakey. Side note, I do think we should have a bakey, regardless. I want something called a bakey that I can cook. I don't even know what you would make it after. Do you bake bread or cook bread? Boston cream pies exist and they're objectively a cake. So do you just bake anything that has flour in it? Like, what's the rules here? I'm sorry. Who the hell calls that a cake or a pie? I always assumed a Boston cream pie was a literal cream pie. Like, just like tin, bread, like Boston cream. Not like a literal cake. I guess pastries and bakery stuff are baked. Well, is there anything that's made with flour that isn't baked? But you wouldn't bake roast beef. You cook pancakes? Making pancakes, making pancakes. I guess? This is bothering me way more than it should. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's a Boston cream pie toaster strudel? I mean, it's probably great for people who like Boston cream pies, but you wouldn't bake roast beef. Pancakes don't go in the oven as far as I know. So is it because it's... So if I cooked a cookie in a skillet, so it's a cookie skillet, that's cooking it, not baking it. It's baking when it involves the oven? But specifically a flour good in the oven. What about a toaster oven? I guess that's toasting bread. Dude, my brain is broken. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it needs sodium bicarbonate for me to consider baking? English is stupid. Baking versus cooking. So the difference, to simplify, cooking is the broader term of category preparation, while baking is one of those methods. Cooking can become done multiples ways, while baking requires the use of indirect dry heat from an oven to prepare food for eating. So hold that. You're technically baking a roast, right? You're not cooking a roast. You're baking it if you put it in the oven. Is everything in an oven baked? I don't know, man. That's baking soda if you're uncultured peasants. Well, toaster oven is just a toaster or an oven. Not to be confused with a trivection oven, which is a legitimate thing. Not to be confused with a convection oven, which is also a legitimate thing. Like, food making is complicated. It's kind of meaningless, like which actions use the verb do or make. I've never even thought about that in my entire life. Why does it make the bed and not do the bed? My whole life is a lie. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Sorry, I'm allergic to stupid languages. Why is do the dishes correct, but make the dishes isn't? That's enough questions for today. Let's pay the tax. I need to go read manga. Boo. Defeated, Sayori unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then Yuri silently walks into the club room. Monika glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. Well, everyone's here now. Despite the club only having one more person than before, she somehow feels twice as lively. Okay, I think today we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it would be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good for everyone? I agree. Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too. Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we could give each person a day to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else? Well, maybe. Something tells me that. Monika glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally. You know, like we all vote on a book to read or something like that. I think we could all collectively expand our interests rather than stick to the things we're familiar with. I mean, I would argue that your thing does the opposite of what that, and what Sayori said is objectively more expanding interests, but okay. Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here? Natsuki, didn't you say you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do? Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it okay for you to ignore everybody else's preferences. I like Sayori's suggestion. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but... Monika's voice trails off. Though she let Natsuki join the club, Monika finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her commands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monika have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure you don't have any other literature interests you could share with the club? I swear I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but I just... Natsuki cuts off Monika by suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious I'm not running here, so I'm just going to leave. But I would really have appreciated you being more upfront about it. Okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monika a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Oh no. Sayori runs after her, just leaving Monika and Yuri. For the second time today, Monika slumps down into her desk. Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's just making me feel this way. Monika looks at Yuri, seeking information. Yuri looks away. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? I'm not good at these things. Monika sighs. Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel it's not wrong to enforce the club vision. You know, like, people should join because they want to express the passion for literature, or at least develop it. I know the answer. You're making a bed because it involves multiple things being put together into one thing. Doing the dishes is doing a clear, defined, one single thing. You are cleaning dishes. You are doing that. Making a bed requires doing all of those things to make something get together. You're not making clean dishes. Wrong answer? Well, I tried. So maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all. It's arbitrary? You're not wrong. Everything's arbitrary. Monika sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything. I can't think of something that you make that isn't a combination of making something culminating to something. I'm arbitrary? Yes, you are. You can... Sorry. You can go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you. It does. It does? How? Well, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where peace has been disturbed. Oh. Well, great. I'm reading the whole club then.
I'm a guy. Thank you, whoever.
What?
Oh, that's so good. I'm so happy that's part of our quotes. I forget about that all the time. All the time. It's one of my favorite sound effects. That's not an accurate conclusion to make. I know, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of voicing my frustration and I guess guilt. So my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. It's not part of our quotes. This is part of our quotes. Dad Catholicism, if you will. Oh wait, that's the one. That one's good, but I meant this one. I'm fine with killing cows because they're tasty. You can quote me on that, Cyclone FN. The best part is Cyclone literally quoted himself on that. He couldn't help himself. He has too strong of feelings about eating cows. Wait, which one's the prostitute one? What? Dan is sentient and thus not worth it. What? Dude, I don't even know anything anymore. Why is it the hardest to be rational during the times you need it the most? I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club. Your club. Our club. Yeah, but she's like a level 10 prostitute. She falls into a pimp. There we go. The classic. Who's this referring to? That's the ghost. Or sorry, no. It is literally the ghost's pimp. Because she literally was a prostitute. She was a level 10 prostitute who evolved into a pimp. What a lovely little interjection. So fed up with all these ghosts. Technically, that was not a ghost. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. The fact that you're even storing it for her should make her completely indebted to you. Well, you're right, but I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and has no place here? Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it. So I assumed you felt that way about it. That's not true. Well, Recalling your confrontations with Natsuki, a realization starts to set in. Yuri dance game? You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has nothing to do with the manga. I'm really upset that I would let myself do that. With a sigh, Monika walks over to the closet. Also, it makes me mildly uncomfortable that my job uses levels as a position titles, and it's apparently seeped into me calling other jobs like that. I definitely thought you were making a reference to, like, video games. Like, being a prostitute is part of an RPG, and you leveled up in your RPG to become, you know, the pimp. I definitely thought that's what you meant. With a sigh, Monika walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colorful shelves. I mean, also that. It just really wasn't what I had in mind for a club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Monika starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monika had failed to consider before now. It's both at the same time. The best times. Where is even the line drawn at considered literature? Hey, we literally had this discussion because I was curious whether or not a video game could hypothetically be considered literature. Is Doki Doki Literature Club literature? I would argue yes. Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the larger boxes and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features 4 girls striking cute, exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts. It's Parfait Girls! Yeah, I mean, amused by the absurdity of the cover, Monika opens the book. Wait, do I get to see Parfait Girls? No, you can't just take me away from Parfait Girls like that! You monster. Wait, I've got mail. Obviously, it's Parfait Girls, right? Has anyone else evaluated the side effects that might be caused by sharing memory pool between multiple VMs rather than allocating them separately? Look at some of the files VM1 is generating. I'm finding some information that definitely shouldn't be there. I haven't seen any evidence that this is actually affecting inside the VM itself, so I don't think this is a priority, but it's definitely worth noting. My best guess is the memory is being freed from VM2 isn't getting zeroed out, which technically gives VM1 access to it. All the info I have will go into the issue tracker, but I wanted to check in case somebody already noticed something along those lines. Do I have any new art? Oh my god, there's so much music in this game. I love it so much. Languages should dump your zombie children in the garbage. Wait, what? Hold up. I get it now that I like actually am reading what you said. But holy crap, that no context sounds ridiculous. Not freeing memory, Monika S. Yeah, I think we counted VNs as literature. Exactly, we should. C++ not doing garbage correction is garbage. Dude, it's too old. The best part is my pseudocode, which isn't even a code language, dumps all of that stuff. Wait, actually, I don't know if it does. Cruz specifically says I should be careful about how many things I make global. But I guess I don't have any memory limits. Except for the ones given to me by JavaScript? I don't know, man. Even Java does, and Java's a meme language. Yeah, but the real question is, does... Give me a second. I'm trying to remember the name of the language. It's the one that uses left brackets, right brackets, I think equals and underscores? Is that brainfuck? I genuinely don't know. We use a library in C++ that does it, which makes it C++ bearable. I was right! It is! So, for reference, if you've never seen this, so it's an SOlang. But it's great. The way you code in brainfuck, if you've never heard this one, it's even more funny. You increment the data pointer right, left. You make it, you move the data pointer right, move the data pointer left, increment the byte at the data pointer up and down. You output the byte at the data pointer. You accept one byte as an input, storing its value at the data pointer. And then you can move stuff. This is how you code. This is the whole thing. So the code looks like this is Hello World. This is what Hello World looks like. Just wanted to throw that out there. So now you know that this exact ridiculous, terrible looking code exists. So I can take another break and get us back on schedule. But I kind of want to play the next side story. So we're doing that. Also, like lolcode where you type the lolcat memes. That's amazing. This sucks. Why is Monika such a jerk? She should be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she can find any members. Monika's usually really nice. She cares so much about everyone in the club being happy. Yeah, right. Stop can't see? Oh, God. This is all you missed. Was literally... Wait, hold up. I can just... Can see. Smile. God, I love this. I love this background so much. Respect part 2. Perfect. All right. Back to what we're saying. Why is Monika such a jerk? She should be grateful I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she could find any members. Monika's usually really nice. She cares so much about everyone in the club being happy. Yeah, right. Well, she usually does. Maybe she's not being so judgmental. So what if I am into manga? Why can't one person accept that instead of being so condescending about it? I accept it. I think it's cute. Oh, come on, that's condescending too. I didn't mean it like that. I just want to support you. Natsuki sighs. I know, thanks. It just really sucks. Do you want me to talk to Monika? I don't know. It's not like it's gonna change her opinion of me. Like, if you were even to convince her to back off, that wouldn't suddenly make me feel like I'm actually welcome in the club. I should just find another club. Wait, you don't have to do that. We can figure this out. Please? I mean, I'm the vice president, or at least I think I am. And I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome and happy, so I want to make that happen. For you. I was wondering, what's the reason you decided to join the literature club? Well, Natsuki hesitates. It's kind of dumb. Aw, don't say that. There's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone's welcome. I wasn't welcome. Oof. Big oof. You were to me. So, just don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Monika. I promise. Natsuki sighs. I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time. I can't enjoy any of the stuff I'm into without people making snotty comments about it. Not that I care what anybody else thinks, but you know, the signs for the literature club said you can be yourself for whatever. So I decided it was at least worth a shot. That was a lie, apparently. Natsuki dejectedly kicks the toe of her shoe against the wall. Oh, and I like writing too. Really? How come you didn't say that to Monika? Because she was being so judgmental that I didn't just want to tell her something else she wanted to hear. She didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction. And if she knew I was into writing, then she would have just be like everybody else and try to push me away from the manga in favor of more mature thing. The two of them remain silent for a while. Sayori understands that it's out of the question to ask Natsuki to return to the club room for today, at least. But Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club, just like everyone else. It's part of the club vision for her to be welcome. You deserve to express yourself as much as everyone else does. That's what the club's for. So, I'm gonna do everything I can to fix this. I promise. It's lunchtime the next day. Cafeteria and the hallways are bustling with students rushing to meet with their friends and make the most out of their limited break time. Where could she be? Among them is Monika, who always eats lunch in her classroom, but she has some additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monika decided to try and find her during lunch so that she could make amends. Oh, are we going to finally see a new, zone? She's going to be hiding between two... I'm telling you right now. I'm calling it. There's going to be 2 vending machines, and she's going to be sitting between the 2 hiding. 100%, I'm sure of it. Definitely didn't steal that from an anime. After searching for an extensive time, Monika finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out from the crowd. Oh gosh. Suddenly feeling awkward, Monika's afraid to get closer. Natsuki's with some friends whom Monika doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting together. It would really be tactless to just interrupt them. Oh yeah, did you end up joining that literature club or what? Of course I joined. Why wouldn't I? Told you she would join. Come on, you know that you only joined because you wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club. I told you I never wanted to join that stupid club. No, sure. Well, you have to give her some credit for at least making an effort to finally grow past that trash. Well, true. Congrats on graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you. Shut up. Just let me do my thing. Wow, her friends seem kind of terrible. I'm just joking. You know we love you. Yeah, once a literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your book. What, you gonna buy her smutty fan fiction? Well, obviously. I want a signed copy. That was like years ago. You guys don't think I've grown out of it by now? I told you I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you come since then. Not to mention you haven't done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it. Yeah, sure. They grow up so fast. It brings a tear to my eye. Natsuki suddenly glances in Monika's direction, prompting Monika to quickly turn away and distance herself. Oh, no, you were so close to working. No! What the heck? That was horrible. I should have said something to defend her. I have to be so conflict avoidant. Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them after the way I treated her. I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right. Oh. Well, now I just feel bad about everything. After school ends, Monika distractedly makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri already inside, eyes on a book like usual. Monika picks a desk and slumps into it, something she seems to do rather a lot lately. Yuri, I don't think I could be club president. I suck at handling anything that doesn't go, exactly my way. Yuri looks up from her book. It's like the literature club is a place where you get to express yourself, unless it's in a way that I don't like. I'm so mad at myself. And I'm especially mad that I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. Sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. There's just, a lot on my mind. No. I enjoy listening. Really? Why? Yuri shrugs. It just makes me feel nice. Oh, well, okay. I guess I'll just continue then. Yuri nods. Oh. Yeah. Well, I just... Natsuki has a blunt attitude, you know? Made me feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join. Saw her friends talking to her in the hallway and club during lunch, and they were just so mean to her. Telling her to grow up and stuff like that the literature club would help her grow out of her manga. Just made me so mad, just let her enjoy it. If it makes her happy, why are you trying to take that away from her? And then I had that thought, it just came to my realization that I was kind of doing the same thing, just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, I was actually actively trying to avoid acknowledging it at all. I even did that with you, Yuri, when you first joined the club. You did? Uh-oh. Yeah, I remember. Fantasy isn't really my thing, so I was kind of trying to dismiss it, but then Sayori jumped in and took all over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I let Sayori handle it instead. And now I'm repeating the same mistake, except I really can't hurt someone this time. Monika shakes her head. I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with. It's so stupid. I can just picture how much joy it would bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry that her friends were treating her like that. I'm gonna get back for it. Get them back? Yeah. Get them back. By making sure that this is the literature club that Natsuki wants. Not the one that they want. Suddenly, Sayori bursts through the door, making Monika and Yuri jump. Yeah, time for delete. Wait, hold up. No, not like that. Monika Dev. With a rare stern face, she marches over to Monika's desk and sits next to her. I'm having an intervention. I can do that because I'm a vice president. Is this about Natsuki? Yes. Yeah, I know. I messed up. I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it. Really? I was so dismissive of her passion that she felt threatened and probably unwelcome. Literally the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make up to her for... Oh. Yay, I did it! I love you so much, Sayori. Well, thanks for the intervention, Sayori. I'm glad we're on the same page. Friendship wins again! So, do you want to make it up to her? How do you want to make up to her? I have a plan. Sayori, do you know if Natsuki's coming to the club meeting today? I don't think she is. I see. Friendship, easy clap. Every time. Monika was afraid of that, not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage she's inadvertently caused. I mean, technically, didn't she vertently cause it? Or advertently? One of those words. One of those has to be a word, right? You can't just add in, or you can't just like, advertent. I refuse to believe that you can't advertently do something. Giving attention, hateful. Ha-ha! Victory is mine. But the only way to do the right thing is to face it head on. It's so easy to duck away from conflict and just wait for it to blow over. But that's not enough. You're not invited, you're invited. To be fair, that's weird because that's not the case where they're undoing it with like in being a thing. English is stupid. To truly respect someone's feelings after you hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. Not the wrongdoing of mismanaging the club, but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings. Okay. Do you think you could get her to come to the club meeting tomorrow? I can do that. Okay, awesome. Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener. Mm-hmm. Fidgeting with her carrot, Yuri turns away to hide a smile. Aww. Aw, Yuri's getting some love too. Well, I guess for today, it's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm going to step out for a bit. Is that okay? Yeah, I'm going to read with Yuri. Hey, is this one of Natsuki's book? How come it's out here? Sayori picks up a manga that was resting on an adjacent desk. Oh, that. Natsuki probably just left it out on accident. But I thought she hasn't been coming to the club. Actually, Monika's been... Okay, Yuri. I'm sure it was just someone else who was using this classroom then. Okay. Somebody's ashamed of reading manga. Monika smiles at them both. You shouldn't be ashamed, Monika. Then with a wave, she exits the club room. Oh my gosh, dude. The stupid mustache keeps itching my face. Sayori catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki, and that would get really awkward. Nerd. Now, I wonder if there's a keyboard I could borrow from the music room. Not the keyboard I was thinking of, but... Wait, where are we going? Do I get to see the music room? Hello? Nope. The time for the next club meeting had already arrived. Wow, that's a quick time skip there, bud. Monika and Yuri are the first to arrive. I'm so worried. Do you think Sayori's gonna bring Natsuki? Yes. How do you know? Well, she's Sayori. You know, you're right. Time slip. I love it. That's the whole interaction. How do you know? Because she's Sayori. Fair point, well made. Monika sits, then stands up to pace around, then sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then the door finally opens. Sayori marches inside. Sayori is just a literal friendship miracle worker. Kind of want one of her IRL, right? Sayori's amazing. I love her. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room. We're here! Welcome back. Monika, the club president, stands up and greets him with a smile. Sayori picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monika is struck with a nostalgic feeling. She would stand at the front of the club room just like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict how unique and diverse each member would be. Each with their own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monika had, admittedly, so vaguely advertised. Seeking trust, understanding, respect. What new lessons will the future hold for the literature club? Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Monika takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. We have an activity planned for today. Monika turns around to face the chalkboard. On it, she writes manga in big letters. Today, we're going to learn from an expert about the unique form of literature. Manga. Oh, come on! Isn't this kind of forced? I know you don't actually want to do this, so just... Monika shakes her head. Natsuki. This is the hardest part. After making it this far, it would be easy to just smile and move on. But that's not enough. Not this time. I'm sorry. It was wrong of me for not to take you seriously when you were kind enough to show interest in my club. I just thought about it and realized how I was biased against manga. It caused me to disrespect you, and I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to show your passion with us. So can I make it up to you? Well, thanks, but I know you're only doing this because Sayori told you to. Wait, that's not true. Monika planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. I was witness to this as well. This is the Literature Club. Literature Club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our differences. And it's my vision to let us freely express that. And it's my goal to respect everyone for them. So, I just want to learn about the things that make you happy. I think you deserve a chance to share that joy, as much as everyone else does. Is that okay? Natsuki looks away and hesitates. But it's really dumb. The stuff I'm into. Monika smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye. If you like it, then it's not dumb. Oh, except for me! Sayori, you're not dumb either. What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga, but only because you admitted it's literature after all. Natsuki stands up. Oh, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. I'm kind of a pro. But I didn't want you to like me just for that. Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki. Yeah, whatever. It's not about that anyway, right? It's about manga, so I hope you're ready. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, what do I get to know about manga? I want to know more about manga! A week has passed since Natsuki returned to the Literature Club. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member has received a day in the spotlight to share all their favorite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Monika approaches Natsuki on the way out. Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or anything? Me? Not particularly. Why? Oh, there was just something I wanted to show you, if you had any minutes. Sure, what is it? It's not in here. Can you follow me to the music room? The music room? Why? Well, you'll see. Yo, this music room's so cool! You know, I was thinking back when the club was just me and Sayori, we'd talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. Wait, one sec. I have to nerd out for a second. How do I... Cared a lot about the place where we could express themselves. Can I not hide the... You can't hide this! What? Why can't I hide... Okay, so apparently in the side stories, you can't hide the foreground. In the non-side stories, you can. But you can't in the side stories. Okay, so 4-4. I'm gonna read those music notes. One, to see if they're words, and two, they shouldn't be words because the odds are you can't spell words with they literally like 8 letters you get. Music theory is for sane people, to be honest. You're not wrong. I really just like music. God, I wish this was... I have spent so much time in bass clef that my knowledge of treble clef has actually disappeared. Like, it's completely... I know it's face and every good boy deserves fudge, and that's all I got. So that makes that an E, which makes that a D, which makes that a C. Is that middle C? C, D, C, D. A, G. I think that's CCH? Okay. I'm pretty confident those aren't words. I think they're actually saying something. Or it's actual playable music. That's not right either. I don't recognize those, to be honest. Maybe it's from different music than I know. Or maybe it's the song she's about to play. Sorry, I get distracted super easily by the music stuff. My reminder for the thing below this draft is the Prez lives in Washington, D.C. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. All right, I'm going to continue for now. And she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make the club that I needed myself, more than anyone. But I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that. Because you really taught a lot about myself, like things that were probably too stubborn to admit. Oh, come on, you can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. I just brought a bunch of manga and then got fussy when I didn't have my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal about it. No, I honestly needed it. If you didn't express that you were hurt, I would have never realized that I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected. It's just really hard to feel that sometimes. You know, I really shouldn't care what other people think in the first place. But when you're just criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can really get hard to just brush it off. It makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. Like I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. Am I just being too entitled if I just want people to like me without having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself? No. Unless it's illegal. I don't think I am. It's just some people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am. As Monika listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her, and how naturally they did so. How long has she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others? I only wish I was as strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. I'm always trying to come off as perfect as others for people. Anytime there's a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it's thanks to you that I really started to think about this stuff. You've really inspired me to start working on it. But, well, like I said, I didn't do anything. You were just being yourself. That's all you needed to do. Also, there's something else. Monika takes a deep breath. The thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga. What? You? What the heck? Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry, I just felt kind of embarrassed to admit it after I gave you such a hard time about it. Can't believe you of all people were reading manga behind my back. That's so funny. Yeah, well, I just kind of flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but I ended up going through a whole bunch of it. But I mean, one of these characters was in a literature club. What are the chances, right? You were reading Parfait Girls? Yes, it was Parfait Girls. Let's go, boys. Wow, you have good taste. Just one volume. And I just kind of picked it out randomly. Well, you have good intuition then. You have to tell me about all your favorite parts. Well, I think it was some kind of weird fate. Because one of the characters isn't just in a literature club. She also plays piano. It's weird because I've always wanted to learn piano. She was like the perfect person that I always wish I was, if I just did what I wanted instead of always second-guessing myself. Yo, this manga must be dope. Monika walks over to the piano and sits down. This is so cute! Oh, hey, we can see more. Wait, no, that's the exact same amount of music you can see normally. That's weird. Well, I mean, technically you could argue you see one more in over there, but... And I always felt that I should only share the absolute best parts of myself, the parts that will impress people or make them like me more. But after you joined the club, I really realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allow us to share emotions. And I just felt like I wanted to show you this, because if it wasn't for you, I would have never started playing. Hey, I think the credit for that one goes to the Parfait Girls, not me. No. Well, maybe it is true that the Parfait Girls put the thought into my head, but it was still you who inspired me to keep practicing every day. C sharp E, C sharp E, A G, natural G, sharp. Yeah. I'm pretty confident that it doesn't spell anything. It's just going to be music that she plays. Every day? Because, you know, you just make me feel like if I want to do something, I should just do it. I mean, I still haven't been practicing for very long, and I'm really not any good at it yet, like, at all. But I wrote a song for the club, and I worked really, really hard on it. It doesn't have any words or anything, but yeah. How am I getting a flashback sequence in a visual novel? Or a montage sequence in a visual novel? My bet would be it's somewhere in there. I wasn't listening hardcore enough because... Wow, this song is gorgeous. Doesn't work as well as it does in the anime, but good enough. Side note, if she learned that in a week, good God. I have played music, especially if she's never played any other instrument. I cannot play piano because I can't do two things, or 10, I would argue 10 different things. I cannot move my hands separately like that. That is an incredibly difficult skill to pick up, in my opinion. Like, obviously it's anime time, like how fast she picks things up, but like, holy crap, that was awesome. And she wrote like a good song. Again, obviously it's not realistically what somebody would do. Very likely, unlikely what somebody would do in a week, but still, it's gorgeous. That was so good. It was? Yeah, are you kidding? You're like already a pro. Not even close. Does the song have a name? You said it was about the club, so... Yeah. Called my song, Your Note. Because Everyone brings something unique to the club. It's funny because I feel like guitar was harder for me because there's weird patterns. My hands are doing completely different actions. To a degree, I totally get that. But like at the same time, for me, it always felt... So the difference is I don't have to care where my right hand is on guitar. I'm just making movements, right? Although to be fair, technically I play a ukulele that looks like a guitar. I play a scuffed instrument. I can't do polyrhythms though. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I always found that easier. Everyone brings something so unique to the club. It's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think. But I was like such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me. It should be about everyone. Dude, look at the little tweeter. Oh, I love how they even have the details of those little tiny speakers, everything. This music room is like actually insanely nice. Like holy crap. And it's for all of you who shape the club into what it is. It still has to not strums from strings sometimes though. I mean, it depends on what you're doing, but I get where you're coming from. I would never change that. Well, I think that's really thoughtful and kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation. I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club, which makes me feel like I should probably apologize too. I was kind of really fed up with a lot of things and got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So, yeah. I really didn't mean to take it out on you. I was just being really immature. If you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right. It's fine. I'm past it. I think we're already even. But it's really sweet you were thinking about it. It takes a lot of maturity to reflect on that thing. Well, don't get the wrong idea. I wonder who I got it from. Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room. You did admit it's a form of literature. You can't take that back now. You got me. The closet's all yours. Tell you what, I'll bring in a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return. What kind of little something? Oh, you'll see. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. The next club meeting ends up being a particularly tasty one. I wonder what she possibly would have brought. Definitely couldn't be cupcakes. So I believe we should... Oh! That's so cute! That's also so cute! Dude, they need to stop having so many good wallpapers. How can I pick from these? So we also get this new CG, and then I almost guarantee you we have this. Cool. Look at how great this school music room is. Oh, I'm getting a knock on my door. I'll be right back. Hilariously, right now is the perfect time to take a break anyways, so we're going to do that real quick. So I'll be right back. Y'all get up, stretch, grab some water, do healthy things for yourself. You know what to do.